There are good things out there, guys. It's not mainstream. It's not going to be spoon-fed, and it's not going to be for the normies out there. But, you know, we can geek. We try to show you the positive stuff. A lot of this stuff is still kind of boutique. It's still kind of underground. It's still kind of not known. But that's okay. Optimus will tell you. He's the guy who kind of got my head screwed on straight about what a good comic is and what it isn't. And unfortunately, a lot of the times you're going to find it ain't mainstream. It's not going to be on a Walmart shelf. It might not even be on your friendly local comic book store or game store shelf. It's going to be something that you can only find online. It's going to be something that is sold, you know, boutique, you know, whether it's specialty toys from Japan that are not sold by Hasbro, specialty comics that are not sold by Marvel or DC, or specialty games that are not made by Wizards of the Coast, but instead you have to go through like Arrow Video.
The thing is, there, even with Walmart, they're pulling out the physical media sections little by little.
Yes.
Yeah.
As Spy pulled theirs all out. I don't know if that physical media section, if the Blu-rays will still be there by the end of the year for Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
By the end of the really?
Well, that's my pure speculation, but just based on the track records, based on the trends, that's where I think it's going. Like, I'm wondering if the physical media stuff will still be there.
We just had that Suicide Squad. Everybody hates it. Everybody hates what it's done, the disrespect, the upcoming GTA that everybody knows is probably not going to be the GTA that we love and grew up with. But for $30, you can buy Pal World. And it's still in early access, and it's still a lot of fun. To me, it's like it's almost a second renaissance, because back when, you know, Optimus and I were in high school, we were the picked on, the nerds and everything else, you know, because our subcultures, you know, were comic books and toys and stuff like that, and cartoons.
Came with being a geek back then, yeah.
Yeah, that came with being a geek back then. And it's kind of funny because now everybody thinks they're a geek. So us OG geeks have kind of had to go back to our roots and stop buying mainstream, because we recognize the mainstream for what it is. It's commercialized swill.
It's all for tourists now.
Yes, it's all for tourists now.
D&D, Wizards of the Coast, 5e, and all this. I was thinking earlier when you guys were talking about it, I was thinking like, you know, you could just chalk this up anymore to being the kiddie pool or the amusement park that attracts the people in. And it's going to be an automatic sieve that separates out the people who want to take it further and learn about a lot of the things that everyone here enjoys, that a lot of your listeners enjoy. Things that are more specific, more interesting, more risque, that break boundaries that D&D can't or won't anymore. Yeah. I mean, it's sad to see what it's become, but at the same time, it's also a hallmark of how popular geek culture and role playing has become, is that we've been able to take this one segment of it and turn it into the giant neon sign that attracts everyone's attention before they, you know.
Well, it sounds like what you're basically describing is a tourist trap.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.